It is a useless currency. It is a useless currency.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crypton. In this video, we are going to be talking about Kevin O'Leary is bullish on Bitcoin. There is a chance that non-fungible tokens will overtake Bitcoin in market value. Kevin O'Leary, an investor on the TV show Shark Tank, thinks that this is a good thing. People like NFTs because they can be used to show that people own things like expensive watches or high-end cars digitally rather than with paper records, making them easier to use than paper records. This is why O'Leary, the chairman of O'Shares Investment Advisors, likes them so much. Rare Nucleus Forged tokens, or NFTs, are cryptographic tokens that are one of a kind and may be used to trace the provenance and authenticity of rare virtual collectible goods, such as art and sports memorabilia. Non-destructive testing, NFT, is used to track the provenance and authenticity of artwork and sports memorabilia. Other efforts have been made to apply NFTs to physical assets such as machinery and equipment. Over the next several years, according to O'Leary, a lot of movement will occur in the areas of authentication, insurance policies, and real estate transfer taxes, all of which would result in a much wider, more fluid market possibly than just Bitcoin. Regardless of what happens, I'm going to place that wager and put money into both sides of the wagering equation. No one had ever heard of NFTs before 2020, but their popularity expanded rapidly throughout the following year and they became a worldwide craze. According to some predictions, the tokens will change hands for more than $20 billion in total between now and the year 2023. A collage created by the digital artist Beeple, his real name Mike Winkleman, who sold it for a world record $69 million, brought significant attention to the practice, which is especially popular among those in the art world. But there are concerns about the market's long-term health and stability that have been raised. The initial coin offering craze that swept the world in 2017 has been linked to it by a number of people who claim that some investors were tricked into betting on startups through uncontrolled token sales. Between then and now, there have been a number of frauds and situations involving stolen art, which have prompted some traders to raise their red flags. Since then, the wealthy Canadian investor who had previously dismissed Bitcoin as trash has changed his views and is now a supporter of the digital currency. Bitcoin is a meaningless form of cash, O'Leary declared during a May 2019 broadcast on CNBC's Squawk Box.
Try and do a transaction over $100,000 with Bitcoin. I tried to do some real estate in Switzerland with it once. It is a useless currency. It is a useless currency. That's what I believe. I mean, look, I'm not, I realize people have different opinions, but to me, it's garbage. Because you can't
doo-doo? I mean,
you can't get in and out of it in large amounts. And everybody says, yes, you can.
Due to rising inflation, O'Leary has become more bullish about the stock market after a period of doom and gloom. He sees the stock market as a chance to diversify away from other assets such as real estate. The concept of decentralized finance, which tries to mimic existing financial products through the use of blockchain technology, has piqued his interest, and he believes it has tremendous potential. A recent statement from O'Leary stated that Ether is his largest holding, with smaller interests in Polygon, Solana, and Bitcoin also included in his portfolio of investments. The way it works is as follows. O'Leary signed almost 40% of the new checks signed by him in the last 6 months for ventures that involved cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, according to the Wall Street Journal. Mr. O'Leary emphasized the significance of ensuring that Bitcoin is properly regulated in the future. In the United States and other areas of the world, federal and state regulators are frantically trying to stay on top of market changes in order to prevent potential money laundering and safeguard customers from financial abuse. O'Leary went on to say that different geographies have different policies when it comes to Bitcoin, which he clarified. According to the author, it is vital to seek out jurisdictions that are more progressive in their policies and practices. As an example of a jurisdiction that is more forward-thinking than others when it comes to cryptocurrency, he highlighted his own country, Canada, as an example. A Bitcoin exchange-traded fund was approved in Canada for the first time, making it the first country to do so. The fund allows investors to get exposure to the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. In other words, even though the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States allows the sale of an ETF that is linked to Bitcoin, the product is based on futures contracts rather than Bitcoin itself. Other countries, in addition to the United Arab Emirates and Switzerland, that are becoming increasingly open to the use of Bitcoin in their economies were mentioned by O'Leary. According to O'Leary, the ability to keep a cheerful and productive mindset is vital. Through sovereign and pension plans that do not yet exist, the floodgates of money will open, predicts The Economist, who believes that this will occur in the future. Investors in the cryptocurrency market have taken a particular interest in stablecoins, which are digital tokens whose value is tied to the value of a sovereign currency, such as the dollar, and which are becoming increasingly popular. Many well-known stablecoins, such as Tether and USD Coin, have sparked controversy since they may not have enough money to back up their claims that their coins are backed by actual money. Whenever there is no yield available on cash, I believe stablecoins will have an opportunity to shine in the spotlight, said O'Leary when it comes to earning revenue. Among the many celebrities who have altered their minds about Bitcoin over the years, Kevin O'Leary is an excellent example. Shark Tank's host, Lori Greiner, declared in 2019 that the most valuable digital asset was worthless to him, despite the fact that it was, at the time, the most valuable digital asset available. It is feasible to transfer large sums of money into and out of the system, but it is not viable to transfer small amounts of money. He went even further, referring to it as useless cash and trash. His posture began to evolve the following month, with him saying that he was no longer opposed to it and even expressing appreciation for the asset under review. Later, this Canadian became a Bitcoin owner. In exchange for getting interest on his money, he gave 3% of it to the currency. Mr. Wonderful, as he is known in the Bitcoin community, has been promoting the virtues of cryptocurrencies since he first entered the cryptocurrency environment, and the Bitcoin community has long been aware of this. A year ago, the Bitcoin pioneer claimed that he was with it for the long haul and that no other digital currency had the ability to displace Bitcoin as a digital asset. According to CNBC, O'Leary recently took to Twitter to express his rekindled confidence in the stock market and other financial markets. As far as he's concerned, holding Bitcoin is equivalent to owning stock in multi-billion-dollar firms such as Microsoft and Yahoo. The idea of drawing parallels between Bitcoin and IT behemoths is not a new one. According to former Skybridge Capital CEO Anthony Scaramucci, the asset reminded him of companies like Facebook, Google, and Amazon, according to a statement released earlier this year. Following up on his previous interview with Stansberry Research, O'Leary estimated that the price of Bitcoin might reach $300,000 within 3 to 5 years. A full set of regulations in the cryptocurrency domain will be implemented by American regulators, allowing more financial institutions to jump on board the Bitcoin bandwagon. The Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States will issue a statement on cryptocurrencies sometime over the next 2 to 3 years, the author predicts. It is very likely that I will make a contribution to any state funds or retirement plans that I have in place when this occurs. The amount will range between 1 and 3% of my earnings. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to take a position on Bitcoin when that occurs. When financial institutions can buy Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin could rise to more than $300,000. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell before leaving. Thank you for watching.